Want to be rich? It's a question that echoes through every age, every culture, every family. The desire isn't just about money, it's about freedom, about possibility, about carving a life where choices aren't limited by financial constraints. But while so many dream of wealth, few know where to begin. The truth is, becoming rich starts with a simple, almost humble act: tracking every dollar you spend. Picture the start of your morning. You wake up, scroll through your messages, and maybe tap your favorite coffee app to order that latte before work. The payment is quick, almost invisible. A tap, a swipe, and the coffee is on its way. Later, you grab lunch with friends, split the bill, and Venmo your share. After work, you swing by the store for groceries, maybe toss in a magazine or a chocolate bar at checkout. By the end of the day, you've spent money in half a dozen ways, and most of it is forgotten. It's this invisibility that keeps people stuck, wondering why their bank balance never seems to grow. To begin your journey toward wealth, you have to shine a light on every transaction. Tracking your spending isn't just about numbers, it's about awareness. It's about understanding yourself, your habits, your impulses, your priorities. It's about reclaiming control. Imagine for a moment what would change if you tracked every dollar. Not just the big expenses like rent or car payments, but the tiny ones. The vending machine snacks, the online subscriptions, the impulse purchases at checkout. At first, it might seem tedious, but as the days roll by and the list grows, a story begins to emerge. A story about what matters to you. The act of tracking every dollar is more than just recording numbers. It's a conversation with yourself. Each entry is a question. Was this necessary? Did it bring me closer to my goals? Did it serve my well-being? Over time, patterns start to appear. Maybe you see that coffee shop visits add up to hundreds each month, or that streaming subscriptions quietly drain your account. You realize that small choices, repeated daily, shape your financial future far more than rare large purchases. This is where transformation begins. By tracking every dollar, you open the door to intentionality. Suddenly, you're not just spending, you're deciding. You're making choices in line with your dreams. That's the first lesson in becoming rich. Wealth is built on awareness, not just income. Think of some of the world's most successful people, those who've built fortunes from the ground up. They all share one trait. They know where their money goes. They treat every dollar as a resource, a tool to be directed toward what matters most. They don't let money slip away unnoticed. But tracking isn't about deprivation. It's not about saying no to every pleasure or treating yourself as undeserving. It's about clarity. It's about spending on what truly brings joy, value, and opportunity, and letting go of what doesn't. When you track every dollar, you stop living on autopilot. You start living with purpose. Let's take a closer look at how this simple habit can transform your life. First, tracking builds discipline. Every time you record a purchase, you become more mindful. You pause, you reflect. You ask yourself, is this worth it? Over time, this mindfulness grows into a powerful self-discipline. You find yourself less tempted by impulse buys, more focused on long-term goals. Second, tracking reveals hidden drains. Most people think only big expenses matter, but the truth is, wealth leaks away through countless small purchases. The daily coffee, the unused gym membership, the endless online subscriptions, they add up. When you see the total, you're often shocked. This awareness gives you the power to plug the leaks and redirect your money toward what matters. Third, tracking helps you make smarter decisions. When you know where your money is going, you can set realistic budgets, save more, and invest wisely. You stop guessing, you start planning. You become proactive rather than reactive. Fourth, tracking empowers you to set and achieve goals. Want to buy a house? Start a business? Travel the world? Every goal requires resources. By tracking your spending, you can identify areas to cut back and redirect those funds toward your dreams. Fifth, tracking fosters gratitude. When you're aware of every dollar, you appreciate what you have. You learn to distinguish between wants and needs, and you find joy in the things that truly matter. This shift in perspective makes you feel richer, even before your bank balance grows. But how do you start? It's simpler than you think. Begin with a notebook, an app, or a spreadsheet. The tool doesn't matter, the commitment does. For 1 month, write down every expense, no matter how small. Be honest. Don't judge yourself, just observe. As the days pass, you'll notice your habits. You'll see patterns. You'll find opportunities to save, invest, and grow. You'll discover what brings you real happiness and what doesn't. You'll gain the power to shape your financial destiny. Let's walk through a day in the life of someone who tracks every dollar. In the morning, you buy coffee, $3.50. You jot it down. At lunch, you grab a sandwich, $800. You record it. You stop for gas, $400. You note it. Each entry builds a map of your financial landscape. At the end of the week, you look back and see where your money went. You realize you spent $35 on snacks, $60 on eating out, $20 on apps you hardly use. With this clarity, you make changes. Maybe you brew coffee at home, pack lunch, cancel unused subscriptions. You save $100 a week, $400 a month, $4,800 a year. Over 5 years, that's $24,000. Suddenly, the path to wealth seems clearer, more attainable. But tracking isn't just about saving. It's about aligning your spending with your values. Maybe you love travel, learning, or family time. By seeing where your money goes, you can choose to invest in experiences that matter. You stop wasting money on things that don't serve you. Your life becomes richer in every sense. The journey won't always be easy. There will be temptations, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But with each dollar tracked, you build momentum. You grow stronger, wiser, and more confident. You realize that wealth isn't a distant dream. It's a habit built day by day. As you continue, you'll notice something remarkable. The act of tracking transforms your relationship with money. You stop fearing it. You stop feeling guilty or anxious. You become a steward, a creator, a visionary. You see money as a tool, a resource to build the life you want. You also inspire others. Friends and family notice your discipline, your growth, your confidence. They ask how you did it. You share your secret, track every dollar. You become a beacon of possibility, showing that anyone can build wealth with awareness and intention. Over time, the benefits multiply. You save more, invest wisely, and watch your net worth grow. You have emergency funds for tough times and resources for opportunities. You sleep better, knowing you're prepared for whatever comes next. But the greatest reward isn't just financial. It's the sense of freedom, peace, and empowerment that comes from living intentionally. You know where your money goes. You know what matters. You know you're building a life of abundance step by step. So, if you want to be rich, start today. Track every dollar, every coffee, every snack, every bill. Build the habit of awareness. Let it guide your choices, fuel your dreams, and shape your future. Remember, wealth isn't an accident. It's a practice. It's built with small steps, repeated daily. It's the result of clarity, discipline, and intention. You don't need a six-figure salary, a winning lottery ticket, or a financial genius to become rich. You need awareness. You need commitment. You need the courage to start. Track every dollar. Own your choices. Create your future. The journey begins with a single step, and that step is yours to take. As you move forward, celebrate your progress. Notice the changes in your mindset, your habits, your confidence. Share your journey with others and inspire them to do the same. Together, you can build a community of intentional, empowered individuals, people who know that wealth is within reach for anyone willing to pay attention. The road to riches is paved not with secrets or shortcuts, but with awareness and action. Each dollar tracked is a brick in the foundation of your financial freedom. Each choice made with intention brings you closer to the life you desire. So, start today. Track every dollar, build your wealth, live your dreams, and remember, the richest people aren't those who have the most. They're those who make the most of what they have. Let your journey begin. If these stories and life skills lessons bring you value, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss new content every week. Let's build a positive community together where we all learn to live better, communicate with confidence, and stay strong through life's challenges.